Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to look at Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. It's a game that's coming to the PC on October 8th, 2015. So you're probably wondering, well, if it's coming onto the PC, then why am I recording this with a iPhone? Well, that's because you need this in order to play this, okay? This is a local multiplayer game. It's sort of like a team building exercise. One player will be on the computer as the diffuser, and only they will be able to see the bomb. The other players, whether they be in the same room or on Skype or, TeamSpeak, whatever you guys use nowadays to communicate over the web, will have access to the manual. The bomb diffuser will not have the manual. And through communication, the diffuser and the other players will be trying to work together to defuse the bomb that's on the screen. So just to give you a few examples here, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, but basically the bomb is made up of a series of modules. And yeah, this may not work, but yeah, it's made up over a series of modules, which are basically just little tests that you have to try and complete successfully. And some bombs will have strike counters, so if you have a strike counter on your bomb, then you can strike out 3 times or get something incorrect 3 times before it'll blow up. If the time limit expires, it'll blow up. If there is no strike counter, then missing one will detonate the bomb. And there are different exercises here. Again, these modules. Some of them involve wires, and the manual will tell you how to go about disarming them. For example, if there's 3 wires, if there are no red wires, cut the second wire. Otherwise, if the last wire is white, cut the last wire. Otherwise, if there is more than one blue wire, cut the last blue wire, and so on and so forth. So you've got this 23-page manual full of different modules, and some like Morse code, for example. You have to try and decipher the Morse code and, with the other players' help, set it to the right frequency in order to pass the test. So yeah, it's not going to work very well if I try and show you this manual with my camera phone here, as you can probably see, but what I'm going to do now is jump over to the PC side of things. One thing you will need is the verification code on the front bottom of the manual. Whenever you start up the game will ask you for a verification code. That way, you type in that number, 241, and that will guarantee that you've got the correct manual printed out for the current game version. So if the game updates, this manual may go out of date, and you'll have a different verification code on the next version. So this is version 1, revision 2, and there might be like revision 3 sometime in a week or two, in which case you'll need to print out an entirely new manual that reflects those changes that were uploaded on the PC build. So without further ado, let's jump over to the PC and show you that. Okay, so I went ahead and jumped in-game, and this is what came up. This is a local multiplayer game for 2 or more players. You are the bomb diffuser, the person at the PC. Your goal is to defuse the bomb with the help of your friends. I already explained all this. Your friends are the experts who guide you by using the bomb diffuser manual. The diffuser is not allowed to look at the manual. The experts are not allowed to look at the screen. Okay. So I'm just going to skip past that. And this is what I was talking about with that verification code. So if I have the right manual printed out in front of me, it should be 241. There we go. So now the game wants to quickly summarize the controls. This is my first time playing, by the way, so I'm going to be learning as I go. I know the basics, based on what I've seen in the manual, but... Alright, select the bomb on the table to pick it up. Next, cut the blue wire in the top middle module. A new bomb was just placed on the table. Pick up this new bomb. Deselect the current module, then deselect the old bomb. Alright, so right-click to deselect. There we go. Pick up this one. Great. This bomb is different than the other. It has a second module with a button. Select the button module and press the button. The bomb was not armed, so it was safe to interact with. Don't be careless when dealing with an armed bomb. One last thing to try out. Rotate to inspect any of the sides. Top, bottom, so on. Okay, so right click and drag. So this is important because based on what I've seen in the manual, some bombs will actually have batteries and different ports, and based on what kind of batteries they have or how many batteries they have or what kind of ports they have, you'll need to look at different parts of the manual for that particular module. So, alright. Deselect the bomb. There we go. If you ever need a reminder of these controls, a diagram can be found in the menu by pressing the escape key. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is check out the menu. I want to check out the options menu real quick. There's sound. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the music. I'm afraid of copyright, so I want to just turn that off. I do want to keep the sound on, though, because there's Morse code and some other things that may require sound, so I'm going to keep those on. Graphics, full screen, toggle, and screen resolution here. Rumble, yes. I'm going to turn that off. I do have an Xbox 360 controller plugged in, and I don't want to scare myself half to death when that thing goes off. And more than likely, the bomb will explode, so it's just a matter of time before I would scare myself. Alright, so options and quit game. So let's just right-click that. And I don't think there's anything else to interact with, though I can seem to look around, which is interesting. If I hold in the left mouse button, I can look around, but the bombs folder is the only thing I can select right now. Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and do the first bomb. Everybody has to start somewhere. Let's just hope it doesn't end here too. Make sure your experts have the manual and are ready to help. Now, I'm going to be cheating a bit. I'm going to be looking at the screen and using the manual again. You're probably not supposed to do that. I suppose you can play this game solo, if you don't mind cheating, but the real meat and bones here is playing with other people. It probably works best that way. Again, this is a team building exercise and a test in how well people communicate with one another given different information. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this up. This screen is for your eyes only. You are not allowed to look at the bomb defusal manual. There we go. Okay. That's scary. Now I guess click on that. Okay, so we've got 3 different modules that we need to complete in 5 minutes. So I'm going to jump to the wiring section of my manual, and this is not something that you'll be able to see, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires here. So now I have to figure out which one to cut. So I need to look under the section with 6 wires, and it says if there are no yellow wires, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Otherwise, if there is exactly 1 yellow wire, and there is, okay, no. There's 3 yellow. Okay, otherwise, if there are no red wires, which is what I want, cut the last wire. So I want to cut this black one. Alright, so that green light means I did something correctly. Alright, now we're going to jump over to this one now. I have to jump to a different page of the manual. This is the button part. Okay, so I need to pay attention to the color and the text here. It says abort. If the button is blue and the button says abort, which it's not it's white, so I can't do that. If there is more than one battery on the bomb and the button says detonate, nope. If the button is white and there is a lit indicator with a label CAR, that's not right. The button's white, but it doesn't have that label CAR. 2 batteries on the bomb and the lit indicator with label FRK, that's not it. If the button is yellow, no. If the button is red, if none of the apply, hold the button and refer to releasing a held button. Okay, so under the releasing a held button section, it says, alright, so I need to hold this down. Alright, it's red. So, because it's red, any other color, release when the countdown timer has a 1 in any position. Alright, there we go. There was a 1 in the tens position. Last module is this keypad. And basically what I'm looking at is there's 6 columns on my piece of paper, and only one of them have all 4 symbols. One of them, okay, so the second one over has a star in it, the third one over has a star in it. So it's one of those 2 columns. Both have the squiggly, which is this one here. Which one has this one? Okay, so the third column over. So now I need to press them in the correct order, starting from the top down on that column. Again, this would be a lot harder with 2 people as opposed to 1 doing it. But so I'm going to want to hit the this one first, okay, and then I'm going to want to hit this one. Oh, it was this one. Luckily, I have a strike counter up here, so it didn't blow up on me. It's this one. Then this one. Then this one. There we go. Alright. And again, that was just with me doing it. You know, I was cheating. So, can you imagine doing that, you know, with 2 or more people? It looks like there's a free play mode that just became unlocked. I want to check this out. Time, 5 minutes, modules 3. I really like this. I mean, I do like the fact that there's progression down here, but now you can actually customize your experience a bit. There's also Needy, which these are special modules that cannot be disarmed. They act like the modules in the ocean or the Oil Blue. It's a game that I featured recently. You have to keep attending to them as they activate, otherwise bad things happen. So sometimes you'll have to vent gas or something like that. Other times you'll have to turn a knob into the right position. So it's sort of like you have to keep coming back to them and deal with them, and then whenever you deal with them, you can go back to disarming the rest of the bomb. So there's that. There's hardcore mode. First strike will trigger explosion that basically turns off the strike counter. And then, of course, you can see your estimated difficulty down here. Really cool. I like that. Okay, so there you have it, a quick look at Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I think this is a fantastic game. I just love the idea of it. Just I love these team building exercises. Great for family fun. Great for friends over, you know, TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, whatever. If I feel so inclined, I'll go ahead and take screenshots of the modules I was working on in the manual. I'll download the manual and take screenshots, and that way I can post them in between working with the bomb, so you can see what I was looking at when I was diffusing those modules. If I feel inclined to do that, I will do that. So, yeah, if you guys want to see more gameplay, let me know. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.